Now coming to the T staging for bladder carcinoma. T staging for bladder carcinoma. It is a very important staging and has been asked in many entrance exams such as AIIMS, NEET, etc. Now the thing about to remember, it is a pretty difficult staging, and to remember the stage and the management, we should initially draw a diagram of the cross section of the bladder where it is lined by transitional epithelium, now the main characteristic feature of the bladder is that it lacks a submucous coat. Now the other organs that lack a submucous coat are gallbladder, uterus, vocal fold, ureter, and obviously the bladder. These lack submucous coat. So this is the basic anatomy we have to know, and then the first thing was that the epithelium is transitional epithelium, and the second thing is that there is no submucous coat. The third thing that we have to know is that beyond the instead of submucous coat, we have the Bell's muscle or the lamina propria present in the trigone, and beyond the Bell's muscle we have the true muscle of the bladder, that is a contracting muscle of the bladder, that is the detrusor muscles. These are the contracting muscles of the bladder. Now coming to the staging. The first stage, that is the TA or prescribed as PTA, is nothing but a papillary projection. A papillary projection from the transitional epithelium or urothelium, which has a slight malignant potential. This papillary projection, as it is from the epithelium and as it doesn't invade the epithelium and the basement membrane remains intact and there is no invasion present, we consider this as TA, that is PUNLMP. Papillary, which stands as papillary urothelial neoplasm of low malignant potential. It is usually occurs due to a chromosome 6 mutation. Now the second stage is the in situ stage, where the epithelium is invaded. Epithelium, that is the transitional epithelium or urothelium, is invaded. Epithelium is invaded. That is, if this is the TA, then this is TIS. Now the third stage, that is T1, T1 means that epithelium is invaded and also the basement membrane is not intact. Basement membrane. In TIAs, the basement as we have known in any for cervical carcinoma or any other carcinoma, the basement membrane is always intact. And here the basement in T1, the basement membrane is not intact. So as the basement membrane is not intact, the carcinoma reaches to the next layer, that is this layer, that is of lamina propria. As I have said previously that there was no submucous coat, or it can go up to Bell's muscle. Now the next staging is T2 and it goes up to the next layer, that is the detrusor muscles. That is detrusor muscles are invaded in T2. Now coming to the next stage, T3, as the detrusor muscles are invaded, there is nothing remaining of the bladder. The whole portion of the bladder is invaded now. So there is nothing remaining of the bladder, and the bladder is well perforated, so it will go to the bladder area, perivesical area, which is usually composed of fat, adipose tissue. When the cancer goes to the fat or adipose tissue, we consider it as T3. That is, in T3 the perivesical fat is involved. Now the next stage, T4, is involvement of surrounding organs. That is, it can go to the peritoneal organs, abdominal organs, or it can go to the ureters, the other genital systems. Now the management. As in TA, there is only a papillary urothelial projection and no involvement of the epithelium, no invasion of the epithelium, no invasion of the basement membrane, and no complete invasion at all. So we just have to remove this papillary projection. So to remove the papillary projection, we will use the TURBT procedure, TURBT, which stands for transurethral resection of bladder tumor. As a general fact, now coming to the TURBT procedure, as I have said before, it is the transurethral resection of bladder tumor. So from the name itself, it comes as we are approaching by the transurethral route. As there is a fact that you should know, that any urogenital system malignancy or any urogenital system surgery, that is, it can be of prostate or it can be of bladder, we usually go by the transurethral route. That is, we don't usually go for an open surgery, because if the malignancy is of low aptitude, that is, it's small, so the transurethral route becomes the best choice, as it has less amount of scar, less amount of complications. So here we can see a resectoscope being placed from the penile urethra, from the bulbar urethra, through the membranous urethra, from the prostatic urethra, and ultimately the penile, bulbar, membranous, prostatic, and urethra, and ultimately to the bladder, where there is a tumor present and it's resecting it. In a larger scale, as we can see, there is a tumor present here, and the resectoscope is trying to cut it out. And here this is how we cut it. Now, the main fun fact in this is that we can choose the depth of resection. That is, if we want, we can stay up to epithelium. If we want, we can go up to basement membrane. If we want, we can go beyond basement membrane to the lamina propria. This is up to which we can go for TURBT. Now, coming back to the staging, in TA we do a TURBT and we just go up to the epithelium and remove the papillary projection. The malignancy is removed, the neoplasm which has a malignant potential is removed, and it's well and good. For TIAs, that is the in situ carcinoma, the epithelium is invaded, so we have to remove up till the basement membrane if the TURBT procedure is done. But the first option being a BCG injection. The importance of BCG injection and the mechanism of the action of BCG injection will be discussed in another video. So the first option is BCG injection. If it's not contained, we go for a TURBT. Now, for T1 staging, for T1, as the basement membrane is not intact and it has gone up to the lamina propria, we can still do a TURBT, and we have to do a follow up as if there is any recurrence or not. Now for T2, as the detrusor muscles are invaded, that is, there is nothing remaining in the bladder so that we can protect it. Nothing remaining in the bladder for protection. So we do a radical cystectomy. And by radical cystectomy, we mean not only removal of bladder, but there is bladder removed whole, plus prostate removed, seminal vesicle removed, ejaculatory ducts removed. in males and similarly the female counterparts, plus there is a pelvic lymph node dissection done. And the next question comes in the intellectual mind, so where will be the urine stored and urine drained? So for that purpose we do a diversion operation, which will be discussed in a different video. So if you want to know about the diversion operation, let me know in the comments below. Now coming to stages 3 and 4, as it has gone beyond the scope of our surgical management, so in these 2 stages we do a neoadjuvant chemotherapy, adjuvant chemo, a neoadjuvant chemo, plus also we remove the bladder, that is radical cystectomy is done. In T3 and T4 stages. So this completes the T staging and its management. Thank you.